Rematch, Hastings and Woodbury tonight. Brad Arndt, 49-yard TD run. Woodbury trailing at this point, 10-7. Last time they played, Hastings won 28-27. And Hastings would rally again tonight. Dan Welch, the running back, 32-yard TD run here for number 23. And it's 17-7 Hastings. But Woodbury would answer. Lewis Ayaney, 9-yard TD run. Hastings only in front by 3 now, 17-14. And then Bobby Grandis will go back to pass. Look at the catch by Justin Miller. Great concentration, and Woodbury's in front, 2017. Ryan Rambacher's the kicker for Hastings. He nails a 24-yard field goal to tie the game. Now there's 2:15 left. Woodbury has the football. The game is tied. And Brad Arndt, where was the safety man? 72-yard touchdown run. Now last time they played, Woodbury led it. Hastings came back. Will they do it tonight? Vogelgesang, the quarterback, back to pass. Under pressure, but the pass is picked. And Woodbury wins tonight 27-20, and they will host in the state quarterfinals next week. Who do they got? White Bear Lake. Look out for Mark Kleiwater. Kleiwater, the fullback, 104 yards tonight at Centennial. He'll score the touchdown behind big number 78, Tim Moore. What a nice night blocking. He had 2 touchdowns tonight, Kleiwater did. And then Centennial to the air. Nate Gustafson is the quarterback. Mike Dieterman's the receiver, but he's stopped on this play by White Bear Lake. White Bear Lake rushed for 321 yards. They had 0 passing yards. White Bear Lake beats Centennial. Oh, Luke Kerfeld almost had this. Goodness, the final tonight. 21-12, White Bear Lake advances to the state quarterfinals. At Egan tonight, Section 5, 5A. Joe Vanelli, first play from offense for Cretin-Derham Hall. 52-yard cutback touchdown run, and the number 3 rated Raiders are in front 7-0. Egan would come back and get on the scoreboard. This pass coming up sets it up. Dan Fritzie, the quarterback. He'll find Eric Scott open, and it sets up a field goal by Egan. Joe Colhane will make it 7-3. That would be the only points the Wildcats would get at home tonight. Dan Solomon, the quarterback, Nick Thompson, the receiver. This play should have been stopped. See you later. That is a 69-yard TD pass. Cretin-Derham Hall demolishes Egan tonight, 41-3 the final. They will host 6AA champion. Hey, goodbye to a good friend tonight, Roger Lapelt for Wyzetta. Would this be his last game? He's retiring at the season's end. Yeah, it would. Maple Grove, C.J. Woodrow. Touchdown strike, and it's 8-0 Maple Grove. Then the interception by their defense. I'll tell you what, the Crimson has had quite a year under Craig Hansen. That sets up the Justin Lehman TD. Maple Grove, 28-7. They were 2-7 last year. They're going to the state quarterfinals this year. Champlin Park hosting Blaine. 7-5A title, Jesse Ventura on the sidelines for the Rebels, John Stock. He's the quarterback, rolling. Caven Shear, number 20. It's a lucky play, no doubt about it. He's the right place at the right time, and he's gone. Big touchdown play, and it's 18-0 Rebels in front. But Blaine is the 2-time state runner-up in 5A. They know what it takes. Matt Hendricks, great pass. Trevor Frischman, and it's 18-15 Champlin. Then a touchdown run by Jim Nordstrom, and Blaine's in front. But a minute 37 left, ball in the 10. Stock to who else? Caven Shear. Champlin Park, for the second time this year, beats Blaine. The final tonight, 25-22. Let's hear from the winners.
I told Coach, let me go out there and let's run that play, and I wasn't about to drop that ball. When I saw that and I burnt Redondo, oh, my eyes lit up, and after that, it was unreal. I was just praying to God that the defense would stop them, and they came through.
This is one of the tougher sections in Minnesota, and we knew that this would be a tough game. Blaine has got a class program, tough running backs, great defense, but today our kids came to play. It came down to big plays being made by kids, and ours made the last one, and we're pretty excited about it.
It's been quite a season for Tim Herman and company. 25-22 the final. Their only loss of the year was a 58-56 score to White Bear Lake.
It was a tough night to be in the band, and an even rougher night to be on the football field in Buffalo. Number 1, Hutchinson versus the second-ranked Bison, and this game was everything it was billed to be. First quarter, Hutch takes the opening kickoff, and they drive 68 yards in 7 plays. It's Scott Kirchhoff to Paul Rosno, and Hutch holds a 7-0 lead.
It's bash pass left, we call it, and he was wide open, I was wide open, and Scott threw right to me. And all I had to do was just follow the block, and I got in the end zone.
But the Tigers had never seen anything like Buffalo fullback Ed Schultz. 6'1" and 260 pounds, Ed is known as the Tank. And the Tank rumbles 16 yards, tying this game at 7-all in the second. But the Bison aren't done. On their own 41, Jason Opsahl connects with Cole Bryan, and Bryan gives the Bison a 13-7 lead at the half.
All right, Buffalo 2nd and 4 from the second. I'm thinking Ed Schultz time. What do you guys think?
Definitely. Don't even think about it.
Schultz's second TD extends the Bison lead to 19-7 in the third. But the 2-point conversion fails, and Hutch has life.
We all knew we had to suck it up because, you know, this can't be our last game. As the seniors, we just had to suck it up, play like men.
And the Tigers do just that, stripping the football from Justin Schrader and taking possession at the Buffalo 38. Just 2 plays later, Chris Davis takes it in from 5 yards out, and Hutch closes to 19-14 in the fourth. Then, after the Bison go 3 and out, the Tigers drive 49 yards in 9 plays. Again, Davis takes it in. The Tigers tacked on the 2-point conversion, and Hutch rallies to beat the Bison 22-19, capturing the 6-4A crown.
Wow, that's all I could say. I mean, we were looking pretty sluggish there, but we came back. I mean, it's hard to explain the feeling that we have right now.
Buffalo's got a fine team. They're physical, they're big, they're quick, their backs are quick. They're extremely well coached. You know, I feel our kids played pretty well, but we're fortunate to win this one.
Maybe, but Hutch plays on with the major obstacle removed from their path. In Buffalo, Tim McNiff, KARE 11 Sports.
Beating Washburn 17-0. Roosevelt marching the ball early. Gary Ashby up the middle. Nice 12-yard gain by the running back. Sets up the first score. Marcus Levessier of the quarterback on the keeper. 22-yard TD run. Teddy's up 7-0. And then trouble for Washburn. The punt snap will go over the head of Billy Lewis. And it's going to be recovered for Roosevelt, actually out of the end zone. And it's 9-0 at this point. Recovered by Washburn, but it's a safety. And then Levessier goes to work. The pass down the right sideline. Akpan is there. You think that catch is pretty. Wait till you see this one in the back of the end zone. Akpan again. He trips, he stays with it, and catches it. Touchdown, and Roosevelt wins 17-0. They're going to the state quarterfinals. St. Thomas Academy against Farmington in the 3-4A championship. Vern Simmons to the goal line, but the ball's coughed up. Farmington recovers. And the Farmington can't capitalize on third down. David Franson will go deep. Ryan Hover is there for St. Thomas Academy, and the Cadets defense comes up big on this play right there. Now the Cadets take advantage thanks to a big third down conversion. Dave Ride and Nate Howard, nice reach and great catch. And then shortly after that, 27-yard touchdown pass to Nick Schenk, who does the job of wrestling the ball away. Wow, St. Thomas Academy wins tonight 20-7. They will host North St. Paul in the state quarterfinals. The Polars win tonight. Wes Hagstrom, the short TD run against Spring Lake Park. Spring Lake Park has a nice running back, Jason Cook, who also plays linebacker. Big kid, good run, but they couldn't put it in the end zone tonight. The Polars of North doing the job. Joe Duzin will run it for 15 yards, and it will set up what we have now termed the scrum in the sports office. Watch this touchdown by Neil Cooper. Where is he? I don't know. He's in there somewhere. Cooper, 125 yards, and North St. Paul wins it tonight. The final was 18-0. Cooper had a big night.
A lot of these Eden Prairie Eagles know what it takes to win a state championship. They've been there before. One of them hasn't. Kevin Guillory transferred to Eden Prairie this year from a small town in Louisiana, warm Louisiana, and tonight in cold Minnesota, he's the star of the show. Every time he touches the ball, big things happen as this team goes for title number 3 in a row. You won't find the word three-peat in a dictionary, but don't tell this Eagle program that continues to soar on their road to the championship.
It is a different team. I mean, we only have a couple starters that started last year in the Metrodome in the finals, and so this is a different group. But what's fun about this is you get the chance to see what these kids do in this situation, and that's the fun of high school football.
This was not fun. Recent rains leave tonight's field in horrendous condition, It would be a sloppy game, and on the first play, we see what I'm talking about. John Marshall lets the ball slip away, and Brian Sparby is on it for Eden Prairie. Mark Bittner takes advantage by putting the Eagles up 3-0 with the field goal. Second quarter now, Mike Grant's club gets it going again. Adam Drill to Kevin Guillory, who once he decides to catch it, makes a pretty good gain out of it. Drill goes to the air again, this time to John Schemmel down to the 2-yard line. That's where Kevin Guillory gets in without too much trouble. 10-0 visitors. John Marshall's had a great run this year, and they don't go down without a fight tonight. Matt Nicholson goes in from a yard out. It's 10-7 at the break.
Okay, let's see, what does that say? Go EP number 1. EP number 1, that's me, Eric Perkins. Hey, thanks, you guys are great.
Actually, the only initials worth our concern tonight are KG. Normally this time of year, KG is a favorite Timberwolf, but tonight it's running back Kevin Guillory, breaking it down the sideline, 50 yards for the score. After a John Marshall field goal, it's time for Guillory to go to work again. This 94-yard touchdown run on the slick and sloppy turf breaks the game open. EP holds on to win 24-10. It's consecutive win number 38 now, the 5th longest streak of its kind in Minnesota Prep history.
Just good blocking. Everybody did what they were supposed to, and that's what happened when everybody execute.
We're pretty multi-dimensional, and Kevin had a great game, and, you know, I think is as good a player as there is in the state right now.
You got the dirtiest jersey of anybody.
Well, you know, it was a sloppy game. They played great. I mean, it was just a battle. You know, it was just, they were tough, and it was just a sloppy game. The field was rough to play on. But you know what? We pulled it out, so it was a great game.
Oh, and as for three-peat not being in the dictionary, here's what the Eagles think of that. And so the season is over for Rochester John Marshall. Eden Prairie, they move on to the Metrodome now. Interesting and exciting to think of what Guillory might do on that fast track at the Dome, Randy.
Yeah. They were trailing early in this game. Jared Reese, number 25, nice run, 30-yard scamper, and it sets up a Brainerd touchdown. Reese will take it in from 10 yards out, and they led at halftime 6-0. But it was a totally different second half. And why? Caven Shear. He had 20 yards rushing in the first half. In the second half, he had 193. Shear on a 55-yard run here. He'll score the touchdown to put the Rebels ahead to stay 7-6. Brainerd's on offense, but they'll cough it up. And a fumble will lead to a Champlin Park touchdown. The Rebels' defense tightening things up in the second half. It's Shear again. The senior will score. It's 14-6, Champlin Park. A little bit later, Caven Shear will eat up some more yardage. This run will cover 50 yards, and it will set up another touchdown. Shear on the night, 213 yards and 3 scores, and Champlin Park is heading to the Dome with a 21-6 win over Brainerd tonight.
How you doing?
Feel great. We're going to the Dome. That's all I got to say. We're going to the Dome.
Pretty exciting game, boy. I'll tell you what, the character of a team comes when they see that they're down and they need some plays. Today, the character of our team came out. Great second half. Pretty excellent win. First time for us ever to move to the semis. We're pretty excited here at Champlin Park.
I'm looking forward to the Dome. That's been our goal ever since we've been little, and we're not ready to just stop at the first game in the Dome. We want to go to the state championship. That's our goal, and that's what we want to do.
Well, Cretin-Derham Hall ready tonight against Maple Grove in another 5A game, and the Crimson would strike first, however. Justin Lehman sets it up with a nice run here. Lehman is a tough kid to bring down. It sets up a touchdown. Caleb Marks will take it in, and Maple Grove in front 6-0. Remember, this was a team that was 2-7 last year. Maple Grove, quite a story this year. Dom Duvall, number 21, nice gain down to the 6-yard line, but penalties on the possession would push the Raiders back and force them to throw the ball. Dan Salmon is there, the quarterback, and Walter Bowser hauls this one in, and it will set up a Raider touchdown. Salmon to Ben Jardine, 16-yard score. Cretin-Derham Hall wins 27-20. They're going to the state semifinals with a win over Maple Grove. Woodbury wins tonight, and because they win, they're going to get Eden Prairie. That's a nice treat. They led 20-10 at halftime. A lot of fog out there. Matt Clawwitter will fumble the football for White Bear Lake. Woodbury recovers, and then they score a touchdown to make it 26-10, and the Royals wouldn't look back. Louis Ianni, 15-yard gain coming up here. He had 2 touchdowns in the first half. This one sets up another score. Ianni would take it in from 4 yards out. He has had a tremendous season. White Bear Lake would cut the lead to 34-16 on a touchdown by Clawwitter. But the final tonight, Woodbury winning 34-22, and they're going to the Dome.
Hey, it's been a long time dream, and this team worked hard all summer, all year, try to get to this point. Finally made it here. We're going to hope to do big things in the Dome. We're a turf team.
I've had that with me ever since I came up to Woodbury 12 years ago. And that's meant a lot to me. We've got a picture of the Dome in our weight room, and we've done it for 12 years since I came up here. And if you got a dream, you got to work for that dream, and that's where we're at right now. These kids have worked very hard to get that dream. These kids have put in a lot of time, and Royal Pride has done it all for them. It's a belief system. It's something they've worked on all their life.
In their 39th consecutive game, trailing 18-0, they rally. Adam Drill, tip pass, Kevin Guillory, 70-yard touchdown, and Eden Prairie now trailing 18-16. But in the fourth quarter, the Royals drive, and Louis Ayeni scores the touchdown to put them up by 9. And then the defense comes up big. Woodbury shocks the Eagles tonight, 32-22. There'll be a new champion in 5A this year. In Class 4A, Owatonna beat St. Thomas Academy. 50 seconds left. Tim Nierengarten to Mike Lundstrom. Are you kidding? Touchdown in the end zone. 24-20. Owatonna wins to advance to the Prep Bowl with the victory today.
Too big to me.
Governor-elect Jesse Ventura on the sideline saying Cretin doesn't look too big to him, but watch the play there. J.P. Gagne knocks the ball loose. Mad scramble. The coaches always tell you, fall on the ball. Don't try and pick it up. Champlain Park keeps the football, but a nice play by Cretin's defense. Pete Schletz was the only person that scored for Cretin tonight. 2 field goals. They led 6-0. Late first half, John Stock on the option. Caven Shear scores. That's it for scoring. The Rebels of Champlain Park win tonight 7-6, and they're going to the Prep Bowl to play Woodbury next Friday. Class 4A, number 1 rated Hutchinson in the dark uniform. Scott Kirchhoff to Matthew Thody, touchdown pass against Alexandria, 6-0. Watch this great run by Newbie Ross of Alex. Great cutback, and he's gone, 41 yards, and it's 7-6, Cardinals on top. Ryan Caping is number 22, and he takes the handoff, 16-yard TD score. With the 2-point conversion, it's 14-7 Hutch, and they never look back. Kirchhoff again going to work, rolling out to his left, fires downfield, great catch. That's the other Thody with the nice catch, Tim Thody, and then Chris Davis off the option. 21-10, Hutchinson wins. They're undefeated and going to the Prep Bowl next Friday.